it was so quick that it just happened. Like the bottle just on top of my head before I can even do it. I mean, I'm just standing there, just relaxed and just open.
On September 5th, 2019, a 4-year-old child named Andy Walker tragically drowned in the swimming pool of a New Orleans mansion. According to official legal filings from the August 2020 wrongful death lawsuit, that pool completely lacked legally required safety fences and protective covers. But beyond the heartbreak, official court documents revealed a cold corporate maneuver by the company's legal team to deflect liability onto a low-paid assistant. Fast forward to today. Those exact swimming pool negligence depositions, breach of contract filings, and corporate court records have suddenly become the central battleground surrounding Brat and Jessica Judy Depart's public split. This isn't internet gossip or social media speculation. We're talking about cold, hard legal paper trails. On one side, you have official court filings exposing how a multi-million-dollar empire shielded itself from premises liability. On the other side, you have Brat's own documented past, a 2007 felony nightclub assault conviction in Georgia, featuring a massive $6.4 million civil judgment owed to victim Shayla Stevens that remains unsatisfied on public record to this day.
Birthday never happened. I'ma take you here just because it never happened. Everything y'all seen my child get, that's all he got. Everything that y'all seen him get. If y'all didn't see him get, he didn't get. Don't forget, she told me to quit my job. She got me for me to go work at her warehouse. Oh yeah. Sis was shipping out them products to make a little change for her churn, because what she was giving was not enough.
When two high-profile figures collide in family court, every past lawsuit, corporate shield, and felony record is weaponized for legal leverage. Hold on to your seats, because once you pull up the actual documents, you realize this breakup isn't just personal, it's dangerous. Long before family court lawyers stepped into the frame, the financial structure supporting the Kaleidoscope empire was already fracturing under a series of documented disputes. The public image showcased non-stop success and lavish brand deals, but corporate records and sworn affidavits tell a completely different story about how business relationships were managed behind closed doors. Tracing the paper trail back to 2018 reveals a clear pattern of operational friction long before any marital split hit the headlines. Consider the case of Shane Salk. According to official civil court filings from the parish of Orleans, Shane relocated to New Orleans in the summer of 2018 after accepting a key administrative role within Kaleidoscope Hair Products. She wasn't just a basic assistant on paper. Court filings detail her extensive responsibilities, which included managing day-to-day warehouse operations, handling vendor invoices, coordinating high-profile promotional events, and managing product shipping logistics. However, the legal filings highlight an immediate breakdown in the business arrangement. Court documents reveal that Shane alleged promised compensation, promotional commission splits, and covered living expenses quickly devolved into unpaid debts and financial strain. Instead of a structured corporate setup, the filings paint a picture of an exhausting, high-intensity operational load where boundaries between personal favors and legal business duties were completely erased. Then came the contractual allegations surrounding viral child performer Lil James. Public records and documented managerial statements confirm that Judy's team initiated a business partnership with the young creator's family during his peak viral popularity. The arrangement promised long-term brand representation, cross-promotional merchandise deals, and career growth under the Kaleidoscope umbrella. That business relationship collapsed almost as quickly as it started. Legal representations and public statements made by Lil James' mother outlined serious contractual grievances, alleging that exclusive management rights were locked in while promised financial opportunities and promotional deals never materialized. The controversy deepened when claims surfaced that the business structure entitled management to split earnings without providing the agreed-upon corporate backing, leaving the young creator's family completely sidelined. The breaking point for Shane Salk came in the immediate aftermath of the September 2019 swimming pool tragedy. When the Walker family filed their $100,000 plus wrongful death and survival action in August 2020, Kaleidoscope's corporate defense attorneys filed formal motions asserting that Shane was acting completely outside the scope of her official employment during the incident. Court records show the company explicitly denied owing any duty of care through Shane, effectively insulating the multi-million-dollar brand and leaving the assistant directly exposed in a massive civil lawsuit. That legal maneuver shattered what was left of their personal and professional relationship. The court filings triggered an unprecedented public rift, transforming a former chief operations assistant into a primary witness against the company's internal practices. Sworn statements, public claims, and social media posts from Shane documented years of alleged financial exploitation, unfulfilled equity promises, and deliberate blame-shifting designed to shield corporate assets at all costs. The personal tensions spilled over into public branding in 2023, following the birth of Brat and Judy's son, True Legend. Observers and former associates immediately highlighted a striking detail. Shane's two biological sons are named True and Legend. Shane publicly addressed the uncanny naming combination, framing it as a direct psychological message and a petty attempt at brand dominance over a former associate who knew the inner workings of the company. This systematic trail of broken contracts, legal deflections, and personal fallout creates a critical context for today's custody battle. When Brat's legal team evaluates the environment surrounding their child, these documented corporate filings aren't just past history. They serve as Exhibit A in demonstrating how high-stakes legal battles are handled inside the Depart home. On August 5, 2020, Civil District Court for the Parish of Orleans received a filing that changed everything. Case number 2020-06781, a formal wrongful death and survival action filed by Kia Walker, the grieving mother of 4-year-old Andy Joan Juliet Walker. The petition laid out a harrowing timeline of events from September 5, 2019, inside Jessica Depart's Lakeview mansion in New Orleans. Kia had arrived at the residence for a scheduled makeup session arranged by assistant Shane Silk. While Kia was in the chair, 4-year-old Andy asked to see the backyard swimming pool. What happened next became the core foundation of a multi-million-dollar negligence battle. Court records allege Depart initially agreed to take Andy to the pool after the makeup session was finished, but then instructed Shane to take the toddler outside while the session continued. According to the complaint, Andy briefly returned to the makeup room before wandering away again. Roughly 15 minutes passed before Shane re-entered the room alone. When the mother asked where her son was, Shane allegedly replied that she didn't know. Kia rushed directly to the backyard, where her 4-year-old son was found floating face down in the pool. The legal arguments detailing the pool's condition were stark and brutal. The lawsuit explicitly alleged Depart's residential pool lacked fundamental safety measures required under local municipal codes and standard safety protocols, specifically a surrounding protective fence, self-latching safety gates, or a motorized pool cover. The court petition argued that leaving an unguarded open body of water directly accessible to a 4-year-old child created an inherently dangerous condition that directly caused Andy Walker's drowning death. The real explosive corporate fallout occurred when defense attorneys representing Depart and Kaleidoscope hair products submitted their official answer to the court. Instead of presenting a unified defense alongside the assistant, defense counsel executed a cold legal maneuver. Corporate filings formally asserted that Shane Silk owed no independent duty of care under civil law, was not acting within the course and scope of her employment during the makeup appointment, and that neither Depart nor Kaleidoscope could be held vicariously liable for Shane's alleged failure to supervise the child. That legal wall shattered the working relationship between Depart and Shane Silk permanently. Shane found herself facing immense civil exposure in a high-stakes wrongful death suit, while her employer's legal shield actively disavowed her actions. The aftermath triggered an aggressive public breakdown. Shane publicly accused Depart of using her corporate legal team to shift sole moral and financial blame onto an underpaid employee, while shielding the multi-million-dollar hair care enterprise from catastrophic insurance payouts and reputational ruin. The timing of this legal battle directly intersected with the public debut of Depart's romance with Brat. While civil attorneys were filing motions and negotiating confidential settlements behind closed doors throughout 2020 and 2021, the couple was launching a massive public relations blitz, showcasing lavish gifts, joint reality television deals, and high-profile social media campaigns. To external observers, the corporate brand was thriving. Inside the legal record, depositions and liability motions were mounting. This deep paper trail of premises liability, corporate deflection, and severe fallout with former staff members directly feeds into the current family court dynamic. Legal strategists note that in high-profile custody battles, an opponent's history regarding child safety compliance, residential hazard liability, and past sworn depositions regarding supervision can be weaponized as Exhibit A to question parental environment fitness. The narrative flipped overnight. Just as the spotlight intensified on Judy's corporate paper trail and the 2019 Lakeview tragedy, the opposing side launched a devastating counteroffensive. If family court was going to become a battlefield of past conduct, Brat's own criminal and civil records were dragged directly into the light. The reality became crystal clear. Neither party entered this custody dispute with a clean legal slate. The legal documentation on Brat, born Shantae Harris, is brutal and unyielding. On October 31, 2007, during a private event at Studio 72 in DeKalb County, Georgia, an altercation erupted over VIP seating. Court filings detail how Harris struck host Shayla Stevens across the face with a glass rum bottle. The attack resulted in severe permanent scarring, neurological nerve damage, and facial disfigurement. Harris pled guilty to aggravated assault, serving 3 years in state prison, followed by extensive probation and mandatory anger management classes. But the civil fallout was far worse. In 2014, a Georgia civil jury awarded Shayla Stevens $6.4 million in damages. To this day, public court records show that multi-million-dollar judgment remains overwhelmingly unsatisfied, leading to continuous bankruptcy filings and asset garnishment attempts against Brat. This documented violent history ignited an absolute firestorm across legal commentary platforms and social media. The public dynamic split into fierce opposing factions. Critics argue that Brat using Judy's pool negligence case as leverage in a custody fight is total hypocrisy. Online commentary insists that a felony conviction for a violent aggravated assault involving permanent physical harm makes Brat equally vulnerable under family court fitness evaluations. Supporters maintain that Brat served her criminal prison sentence, completed probation, and has maintained a clean record for over 15 years, arguing her past shouldn't eclipse present maternal capability. Behind closed doors, industry legal analysts view this as a classic case of mutually assured destruction. In family court, when one parent brandishes a wrongful death negligence lawsuit and corporate fraud claims, and the other parent is saddled with an unsatisfied $6.4 million violent assault judgment, the court doesn't pick a winner. It scrutinizes both environments with extreme skepticism. The climax of this battle isn't about who wins the public relations war on YouTube or Instagram. It's about two multi-million-dollar brands realizing that burning each other down in court means exposing every hidden tax record, every confidential settlement, and every violent outburst to a family court judge who holds total power over their child's future. At the end of the day, the glitz and glamour of the kaleidoscope empire have completely dissolved into a ruthless paper trail. On one side, you have documented premises liability, corporate liability deflections, and bitter contractual breakups. On the other side, a felony assault record and an unsatisfied $6.4 million judgment that continues to haunt public records. What started as a celebrated power couple romance has transformed into a high-stakes legal stalemate where any move in family court risks total exposure for both sides. Now, the court of public opinion is completely divided, and we want to hear from you. Do you believe Brat has a legitimate right to raise Judy's corporate past and the 2019 pool tragedy in a custody battle? Or does Brat's own violent legal history make her arguments completely hypocritical? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get into it. If you want the real facts behind the biggest celebrity headlines without the fluff, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and share this video with someone who needs the full picture. Because as official court dates approach and sealed filings begin to leak, one massive question hangs over this entire empire. When the judge finally reviews the sealed depositions, who is going to lose everything first? Stay tuned, because this war is far from over.